Okay, hello and welcome to this pre-match live show. Obviously, India taking on South Africa in the ongoing ICC Women's T20 World Cup. It's a crucial group clash. Obviously, a winner of this game might have a foot, in that semi-final spot. But sir, coming to this game, a good crowd is building up, full of colors,
Yeah.
and few more South Africa supporters we are seeing also.
Yes, we spotted that quite a few more than Pakistan.
Yes.
More than Pakistan in Birmingham, the number of South African fans would at least so far be about Pakistan was what 2%.
Yes.
South Africa, one should say about 10% for sure. But there are some South Africa fans who have come and wearing South Africa jerseys, but the blue will outnumber them any day. Look at the blue build up. You can see, you can hear. Look, there are South Africa
Yes.
fans coming. So see that.
Yes.
Small South Africa fans coming from that side, but massive fan build-up. One can expect almost a near full crowd. Still 1 hour to go. We've been here for the last 1.5 hours. Excellent build-up so far, and one can expect a festive atmosphere inside.
Yes. Usually, how much advantage for Team India this? Whenever wherever you play,
Yeah.
you get this kind of a support, and the way fans have turned up, be it the kids, be it the older ones, I think it has been fantastic to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we saw this in Digwai Patil, one of the games. What was that situation? It was a very important game situation when suddenly everybody started,
New Zealand.
in the New Zealand match. I think one of the partnerships were building when everybody was, going India, India, and they were cheering continuously. That is when, um,
I
of
think
course,
even the Sri Lanka game
yeah,
also.
even the Sri
That
Lanka game,
partnership between
yes,
Deepti and Amanjot.
yes, absolutely. I
Yeah,
think
every
the
single was
way
there.
everybody was cheering, it does help. It definitely helps the cricketers, and the cricketers have always spoken about it. When you see fans in the stands standing up for you, and there's a kind of unison in that, a kind of pride for the players to wear that jersey, and then to see everybody backing them, especially for women cricketers. For years on end you have seen stands empty, and then to see so many people turning up for you also gives you a validation that everything that you have fought for has finally borne some fruit. So I think it's fantastic. And then when you come to UK, at, on the back of that successful World Cup, you are already under pressure to kind of re-perform and all that, and then you see people backing you in the same way. I think it's brilliant. I think they would be absolutely.
Quick question for both of you: do you also think for a young person it can be unnerving at times? Could it be that because of so much of fan cheer which you are not used to, but maybe the WPL may have helped them?
Yeah.
That could it be that, oh, it's a World Cup? I'm thinking of Prema here. That if you're playing and all of a sudden massive crowd, World Cup match, semi-final at stake, could it be unnerving also?
But I agree. I think WPL has breached all those gaps. The pressure of playing international cricket suddenly coming from that domestic level, not only cricket wise, but also I think the crowd wise. RCB matches has been full house in WPL as well. Not only RCB matches, I think in WPL, even Vadodara had a massive crowd. So that is where you get used to it. So yeah, I mean, I don't think anymore the younger players get overawed by the occasion in both ways. Like you are seeing an Ellis Perry batting in the nets.
Yes.
You are seeing Ellis Perry batting when you're bowling here. That doesn't really
It's kind of a
yeah,
difference.
exactly. I mean, say Chorney. Chorney has seen Laura Woolward
Yes.
bowl to Laura Woolward
Yes.
in the nets. In the same way, the crowd, I don't think will bother them. In fact, it will be a positive, kind of motivation that they'll.
Yes, absolutely. Prema players, that will be a huge occasion for herself. Playing the first game maybe for the Indian senior team, that too against South Africa in a World Cup game. But sir, overall, you have covered so many matches in Manchester only. Manchester has been kind of a lucky ground maybe for Indian cricket overall over the years.
Some great games. Lucky. There have been some difficult games also, because Test match cricket, for example, the last one everybody will say was a fabulous one, where 400s. Shubman Gill got 100, KL Rahul got 100, Washington Sundar, Ravi Jadeja got hundreds, and we saved it. So in that sense, was a very important match. But there have been past instances where India hasn't done well as well. If you go down in history, 1999 Saurav Ganguly two-day match, Manchester played a very important role. India versus Pakistan 2019, I remember much more cloudier, chillier. I was doing my show from right the same spot. KL Rahul's first match in the World Cup, because Shikhar Dhawan's finger
Oh,
injury happened. He had to go back. Rahul was pushed up the order, got a 57. Rohit Sharma got 140 against Pakistan. India nailed it. It's a historic cricket ground. It's a historic cricket ground with so much tradition. Some great players over the years, be it Wasim Akram, Clive Lloyd, Freddie Flintoff. This is the Bryant Stadium way behind us, for example. So, in every sense, this is one of those. If you take Lords out, perhaps this will be the most important, or historically, heritage cricket ground, this will rank as the highest.
Yes, and let's see whether it will be lucky enough for for the team today as well. But usually the pitch, the pitch will be a key factor. There's no doubt about that. If you see the matches that have been played so far in this tournament in this ground, the spinners have been key. I think against between when Scotland played Ireland, Scotland spinner did the job after posting around 161. Then Australia against South Africa only, they scored around 171, 172, and then the spinners, be it Wareham, be it Alana King or Sophie Molyneux, I think all of them were brilliant and they did the job. But today, what are your expectation? Obviously, Croatian gave us that kind of a hint in the pre-match press conference that it might be a defined kind of a pitch where the batters might find it easy and would not be as spin friendly as it was in that Australia game. So, how are you looking forward to
It's very difficult to believe that, to be honest.
that?
Ever since I think England has got their revamped bowling attack, all the pitches, and I've said this before the
From
World
the
Cup also.
bilateral series.
Yes, I've been saying this that these England pitches, and also a very important thing that Jemmy said, I think that also works. That the heat, the whole global warming probably has also slowed down the pitches a bit. That is where the pitches have become spin friendly. What will not happen is, because this is the first game in that pitch, that's why it will not automatically slow down. But I don't think it's something like the slower bowlers will not get help at all. And in Manchester, when the test match had happened last, there was also a bit of uneven bounce. If that persists, then that would be another thing to play with, because when there's uneven bounce, the players height, the release point, everything then suddenly becomes very, very different and very relevant. So I don't think it will be a case of being batting friendly, but yeah, I don't think it will be sharp turn either.
Yes.
Important points, couple of important points, that uneven bounce, for example, I remember, yes, Bryden Cars and Ben Stokes, for example, got quite a bit of uneven, especially the taller bowlers. So that was something interesting. Whether or not Marizan Karp is able to exploit that will be and we've been here for what, 3 days now, 4 days now, not an ounce of rain. Very,
Yeah.
very strange in Manchester. Hardly any rain whatsoever. So, and it has been sunny. Now it might not be as sunny, but a little cloud. But it has been sunny from the morning. So the wicket would have nothing really. So I also find it difficult to believe that there'll be no purchase. Very strange English weather, because Manchester heat wave. When is the last time have you seen a Manchester heat wave? 32 degrees in Manchester. I've never encountered that. It will happen tomorrow or maybe day after. So I still think spin will have a
Big role.
major play, yeah, role.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, freaking awesome has come up with some freaking stat. The team batting fast won 3 out of 4 times at Manchester in T20s. Even if you take the overall chase record across all venues in England, 166 is the highest chase by a visiting team. So let's see what will be the decision from the captain who will win the toss. Okay, Tushari, okay,
I
Mohit
think if
Patel Singh
Harmanpreet wins the toss, we will bat first.
will bat.
If Laura
Other,
wins
they
the
will
toss, they
chase.
will chase.
Okay. Mohit Patel saying, Trishadi, my gut feeling is Jamie will win us the match. Jamie Ma, not so good so far in this tournament. Is today is a day?
Very good question. I mean, you have to ask Jemmy if today is the day, if she feels today is the day. But I mean, look, Jemmy has the potential. It's very difficult to say whether it will be her day or not. But I just know that she has the potential to, of course, win us the game. But maybe save it for the last. It was like a lucky factor for us in the last World Cup that she saved it for the semi final. So maybe save it for the semi final.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so there are so many questions regarding will India play three spinners like Radha, Charan, and Prema all together.
Yeah, that's
That
something that
becomes four, right? DP is a
Deepti is
spinner.
also
Yeah,
there. Deepti is also
five Shafali.
Shefali, okay. If you
I
take
mean,
Shefali.
basically, whoever is asking is
one
actually
pacer.
saying one fast bowler or one pace bowler down. Not a bad idea. I mean, what have you really got from Kranti God so far in this competition? You bowled her what? 1 over in Pakistan game? How many
Yeah,
overs did she bowl against Netherlands? Two,
yeah.
maybe.
Netherlands, yes.
Don't remember exactly how many she bowled, but Pakistan was
I think
definitely
full.
one. and in that over she conceded quite a few runs. She's been kind of down leg. Hasn't been really impressive in that sense. Maybe a couple of overs is what, or maybe three against the Netherlands. Don't exactly remember, but I understand the logic. I understand the logic that Charani has bowled well, Deepti has bowled well, Shafali has bowled well. What have you got so far from Kranti that you want to persist? Nandini Sharma will play. Nandini Sharma will play. But this is a point that you both, Trisha has been making, for example, that Nandini Sharma alone as your fast bowling option. Again, he's a young player. If people attack Nandini Sharma, there's no fallback. Would you want to go in with one such option and go in with a full spin heavy attack of 4-5 options? That's something the Indians will need to think. But Radha Yadav will bowl fastish. Multiple training sessions inside and outside. Inside the ground when the others were training in the practice pitches, she came and started bowling to Richa. We have seen her do fielding drills, bowling drills, even a bit of batting. So it's not as if that one can rule Radha Yadav out.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, when you talk about pacers, you have to think who will bowl the death over. It has to be either of Nandini or Arundhati, because Kranti and Renuka can't bowl in the death.
Or Team India can surprise with Renuka Singh first game.
Can't bowl in the death.
No, not in this, as an option.
If she can bowl well in the death, she will be more surprised than all of us.
But
No, then you have to put
as
it on Deepti, Charni in the middle overs, Radha. Deepti Radha. Oh, Deepti
So
Radha.
you are suggesting Renuka for Kranti, and you are saying to go in the power play with a couple of them.
So you're still saying two pacers, three spinners. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if Renuka comes in, but I do think in a dry wicket, which has nothing much to offer, and also the conditions. Yes, right now it's cloudy, but I don't think it will be cloudy. Yeah, bright, sunny. I don't think that's a Renuka weather. I mean, that's not a Renuka weather. Yeah.
And yesterday when we were inside, yesterday day before both days, when Harman and Amol went to the pitch, looked brownish.
Yeah.
Didn't look like last year. Remember, Trisha, it was green, man.
Yeah.
Day one when
It was difficult to spot the pitch.
Oval was even greener. Obviously, Oval, so one couldn't even distinguish.
Understand which is the pitch.
This one, day one, when in fact India batted under cloudy conditions, all of us thought, "Arey bhai, gone." They had a fabulous session, did not lose.
There's
a
not
wicket.
much movement in this pitch.
But it was green. So here we didn't see that. Here we saw pretty brownish. That Australia match we've seen slowish wicket. So where, like, I'm just trying to understand the Renuka impact. Will she get movement?
Yes, that is the point. Mohit Patil saying after 17 years of men's IPL, we are able to get so many good cricketers. Just wait for another 5 years of WPL. We'll definitely give so many good players to us.
I've always said, give WPL 5 years and you'll have 2 T20 teams. You know, it's very easy to compare IPL, WPL, but I mean, it's just the names.
Yeah.
That's all.
The
You have to give
IPL, the
everything
kind of
time.
impact also, you must understand that after winning 2007, when is the next one you won? You won in 24. So you have to give IPL 10 years, and that's what happened, right? IPL also took time. 2009 was Pakistan, 10 was England, 12 was Sri Lanka, 14 was 14 was who? We lost in the finals. Sri Lanka again.
Sri Lanka.
A lot of tournaments. So only in 24 and 26 you won back to back because you've completely taken control. So it's taken a decade and a half.
Yes, absolutely. Mohit Patil is saying, Tushari, Snehashish and Boryada, we are talking about BCCI is updating and providing better facilities to the players. Isn't same thing not happening in state level? I think they have been...
No, of course it's happening in the state level. Why will it not? Arey Baba, BCCI takes care of everything, including obviously BCCI pays this. Boryada will be able to say better, but they also look after the state funds. I mean, they ensure that state gets funds, and states obviously are taking steps. For example, I think the best example is Vadodara. We have been to Vadodara, and the way they have been working on the whole women's cricket to provide extra ground for women cricketers to practice so that 2-3 teams can practice. And even if you look at the domestic season, if you see the domestic season this year, I think the one days are happening in Kolkata and one more major city. The T20s are happening in Lucknow, Pune. So it's not like,
simultaneously in different
somebody
cities.
has again retired somebody.
Yes, I think in every life we get to know some.
Yeah, but who is now there to retire? 3 seniors to have
in
retired.
between the World Cup.
No, that Kranti, somebody is retired. Kranti. Please, guys.
Okay, no. Pile to World has said the Sally Sadkar is better than Kranti.
Oh, no. Sahili Sadgare is very, I'll tell you what, Sahili Sadgare is actually like Renuka. She needs conditions to favor her bowling. And you can't have two bowlers of a very similar kind of. I think Kranti anyway was in the team Boryada because of the pace. But
But
she's not
nobody said
bowling in
she's
the
dropped,
pace.
right?
Yeah, exactly. That's my question. You get hit and you are dropping pace and you are there because of the pace. How is that helping?
And the other thing, this thing about so and so is better who is not playing. People have been selected for a reason.
Yeah.
Come on, give it to them. I mean, in India, I've seen this way too many times. Somebody gets picked, that so and so is better. I mean, come on, the selectors are there to do a job. The management is picking somebody. Today, someone says,
And I
Prema
think
Rawat,
this
why Prema
selection team
Rawat?
is doing a very decent job. They have a more consistent way of selecting, and of course Amol Majumdar and Harmanpreet Kaur. I don't know how much is Smriti involved, but I do know that along with the selection committee, Amol Majumdar and Harman decides on the 15.
I don't understand this thing about so and so is better. Why did Kranti get it? No, that's
See, you have
certainly.
your best 15 that at least the team management thought were the best 15. Now suggesting somebody from back home just makes no sense.
Yeah, but the other point that she was making about Kranti losing pace is worrying. I mean, I've seen way too many Indian bowlers, not so many women, I'll be honest,
Yeah.
who have dropped pace, men, and have lost out. They've come with genuine pace, multiple people. And all of a sudden you see Narray, they've dropped about 10, 12, 15 kilometers.
Was
They are,
Kranti injured? No.
No.
Then why did she drop pace or
because
something?
100 and 203, and the other bowlers are bowling what? Shabnim will bowl 118, 120.
Oh, yeah.
So you're talking about good
That must be
20,
her
20
warm-up.
kilometers. So
That must be her warm up. Yeah.
that's a bit worrying. Nandini will also bowl what? 103,
Yeah,
more
yeah.
cutters,
Yeah,
more cutters rather
But
than.
Nandini is that kind of a
Yes.
bowler with more cutters. But
What
Kranti
surprising
was.
part is that England series she was bowling at 110, 12.
Yes, what happened
And
in the
now
World Cup?
that pace has
Maybe
dropped.
what the only thing from a bowler's perspective, I'm just randomly thinking as a bowler, probably I'm thinking I'm getting hit because of my pace. So let me bowl slow.
By the way, we're getting a comment from Shivan that Prema is getting debut cap show on TV. So maybe Prema is playing then, whatever you're
Yeah,
saying.
of course. I
So
mean, if
yeah,
you don't throw her right
Prema
now
is
in the
getting
team,
debut cap, whatever
No,
you're saying.
see, as I said, you guys have been talking her up, and makes a fair point that see the moment that day when we walked in and we saw Prema was a statement that there is clarity of thought. They flew her in. They clearly had a plan. They've gotten her in. She's a wicket-taking option. Throwing her into the deep end, go and do the job. Imagine if the guy, if the youngster picks two, three,
Yeah.
two. What a debut that will be, and that will mean the world, right? And if she has impact, it will be fabulous. So again, good or bad. Suppose she has a bad day. But I like the clarity of thought that you are pushing a genuine wicket taker. That day, the moment we saw she was there, and both of you actually pointed out to me that she was there.
yeah.
It's important.
Getting it, yeah.
Important and good call. India is not going defensive. India is taking
And South
calls.
Africa has
Good
leg
call.
spin issues.
Yes.
That's why Australia also played both Georgia Wareham
And
and
they have
Alana
so
King.
many right-handed guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And they have issues.
Yes.
Even last game, these two got 5 wickets together, Alana King and Georgia
Wareham.
Wareham. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Mr. Cool Dhoni
Did you
saying,
did you see yesterday more than anything when Amol, Avishkar, and that whole lot came to meet Sir Klein? Did you see their body language? Their body language was in control, very confident. I mean, we spent about a good 10 minutes chatting with them. Right? So they seemed to know what they were doing, good or bad. The result might well go against us and somebody plays a brain off. That's not the point. The point is, India so far has looked in control and doing things in a manner which shows clarity of thought.
yes, absolutely. Okay, so the comment was, yes, Purna getting debut cap. Mr. Cool Dhoni saying, Minnu Mani is also a good player. Need to see her play for India soon. Let's see. Hopefully, I think she has done well yesterday for India A. India A women's team are also in UK playing a series. I think 3 match T20 series maybe against England A. And
Minimani
they,
needs to do better in the
yeah,
WPL to get noticed,
yes,
to be honest.
absolutely. And she plays for DC.
Yeah. I would love her to do it.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Why is Tikas not in the mix anyway? Titas is injured. There is no update. Every time she gets an opportunity, she gets injured, and that is why we are not seeing Titas in any kind of a match. Okay. The Creek Jinx are saying, why is India women facing so many injuries? Not just the ones in squad, but also players like Titas, Asha Shobana, etc.
I think the number of matches have increased, and Indian women's team is still getting used to it. The Think of this: when was the last World Cup? I mean, 2025 World Cup. You had one series against Australia at home, right? But think of the 2026 World Cup, and in 2026 itself, you have played Australia, you have played South Africa, you have played England, the three important teams just before coming to the World Cup, and the World Cup starts in June. So within 6 months, you have had series with the top three teams. I think that shows the kind of course, BCCI has to be congratulated for, I mean, appreciated, sorry, for the way they have.
Congratulated is
Um,
correct.
y-
They have done it. I mean, there are A tours, there are multiple tours now emerging trophy. So there is effort. There is
In
effort.
fact, we were chatting with one of the team members, and they were saying there are so many A tours planned. In fact, they are trying to ensure that every time the main team is playing, A tour happens simultaneously in the same country, right?
Now, the same time in the same
Yeah,
country, the senior team playing the World Cup, and
and
the
see the
India.
advantage of that.
Yes, you
You
just
flew
get
in.
it.
I mean, you got in Prema within
Marathon.
hours.
See, I also sense that this is ICC sees this as an opportunity because the men's marketing, for example, has kind of reached a stage where it's plateaued. But the women's game offers you a massive opportunity to scale it up, to give more people opportunity, to give, and obviously with an Indian head at the ICC, it makes it very logical for the BCCI to kind of up their game and push more as far as the women's game is concerned. For Jai, for example, it's an opportunity to create legacy, and he's doing it. For Sanjog, as the chief exec of the ICC, this is an opportunity to create legacy. For Devajit Saikia and the BCCI top brass, Mithun Manhas and the rest, this is an opportunity to create legacy. You put in more into the women's game. Suppose you kind of embellish the WPL, put in more, keep pushing with the empowerment issue. WPL will become the cornerstone of Indian cricket. And again, these guys will leave that as a legacy. This is now inevitable, Snehashish. It's like one of those balls that have been set rolling. Women's game is not going to look back. Come what happened. Economic issues, etc. Anything can happen. This is now a robust brand.
Absolutely. Mr. Kuldhoni saying Radha Yadav is a great player. She took more than 100 wickets. She should have been given a chance. We don't know whether she is playing or not in the playing
You
11.
can play only 11 people. You can't play everybody. Like you are 15 people, you can't play 15, no? Or impact sub bhi nahi hai. So let's not say that everybody should have played. And there's a reason why Radha Yadav has been on the team and off the team. Great player. I mean, don't throw words good and great just right at left
Yeah.
and center. I think she definitely has to be talented to be there in the top 15, but it makes no point in saying that she has been a great player. She hasn't been consistent. Look, you have to be consistently performing to to be in the team, because with WPL, with the domestic structure becoming better, the only thing is, I think it's high time that BCCI starts naming the domestic trophies. I mean, it's very unfortunate that the women's side is still called senior women's under 19. I hope that is named. But other than that, I think with all the tours increasing, you will always have more players in the pipeline, and you cannot be saying that okay, so and so is there in the team, but so and so is much better. I'm sure if so and so was much better, they would have been in the team.
And take the case of Charani. She came later. She did well to get her spot. So how do you say that, Radha Yadav, if Radha Yadav was as good or has performed better, then she would have held her spot. Charani came and took that spot because of the fact that she was consistently doing better. Whether Radha plays today or not play, we don't know yet. Having said that, we have seen Radha practicing. We've given you all the updates, but in whose place? I don't see bias. I don't see anything like that to kind of suggest that anybody is not getting an opportunity. If she's in the scheme of things and perhaps fits India's vision plan for this match, she'll get a game.
Absolutely. Deepak Kumar saying Yastika Bhatia should come at number 3, Jamie at 4, Richa at 5, and Harmanpreet Kaur at 6. Is it
Why?
according to the
But
situation or just
maybe if you don't lose wickets,
yes?
then Richa Ghosh perhaps comes early. Otherwise, I don't understand this.
only Tushadi if you get a good start by the openers. They only.
then
Harmanpreet Kaur at 6 for what?
no,
Why is she coming at 6?
which
Harman and
Yastika
Richa
and
both have to be out there
correct,
to finish.
correct. These people will not be up there, right? I mean, Yastika and Jamie could both be pushed back if the openers give you a start and play for 11 12 minutes.
Okay, we are also getting the updates that Arundhati might have marked her run up. So maybe Arundhati Reddy is also playing.
Dead ball.
Yeah, Arundhati Reddy is also playing. We have to see. We are yet to get the team list. So let's see. I think
The
toss in
toss will
five
happen in
minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah, in 5 minutes the toss will happen. Okay, let's take two more. Someone, Mr. Pulthoni saying Charani will be promoted to A level in 2 years of for sure. She is
On
becoming
track.
one of the greatest bowlers for India. Charani, the growth Tushari, we have talked about several times already, but still, the way she has managed the consistency level, and sometimes she has, excelled someone like Dipti Sharma as well when it comes to the consistency.
Because I think she keeps everything simple. She does not get too much into the complications around, or doesn't think too much. She very simply puts it. And I think in one of the post-match press conferences, she said, "I just stick to my strength, which is turning the ball." And we have seen off and on in T20Is, it becomes I mean T20s in general, bowlers start changing, like varying their pace a lot more, trying to bowl six different balls in every single over, and that is where they start creating a problem for themselves. But with Churni, she knows that whatever I do, I have to ensure that I turn the ball, only then will things work in my favor, which is why I think she has done beautifully. I think the growth with the bat is way more impressive, to be honest. She's hitting boundaries and
We
sixes
saw
at
that
ease.
intensity past time in
Yes, you
Sri
never
Lanka.
know. You might not have to call her a batter anymore. You will be calling her all rounder in a few days' time. Much like Shafali has done well with her bowling, Charni doing well with her batting. Doing well means Shabnim Ismail can hit 2 3 sixes. If Charni can come and do that same job for us, nobody is asking her to come and do Smriti Mandana's job. That Smriti Mandana will do. But those 2 3,
It
if
can
you
be
need
decisive.
10 runs, chalo, if you need 10 runs of the last over, can Charni do it? Maybe not right now. Can she do it in the future? I'm sure she can.
Yes. Okay, Mohit partly saying I feel Kranti is underconfident. That can be a reason for the drop in pace.
That's a good point. That's what I said. You want to get wickets. You're trying to change a lot. But then again, Kranti.
Underconfident dropping pace, how that thing will go flat out.
See, again, then it brings us back to the Charni point. You have to know what is your strength. Your strength is pace. You go for it.
Yes, because Kumar also saying the same thing, and he's also adding that she must be mentored properly.
Ooh,
I'm
Kranti.
sure she is
Yeah, Kranti.
being, because we have seen Avishkar Salvi
Yes.
being. I mean,
2 days back in the
yeah,
practice session, Avishka Salvi was saying having constantly chat with both Renuka and Kranti.
exactly.
Mostly, after every kind of a ball. I think he was suggesting some fielding placement. That
Yeah.
okay, this is the fielding placement, and according to this, you have to bowl. Regarding both the bowlers, be it Kranti or be it
And I think we have made this point over and over again that Avishkar Salvi as a bowling
right.
coach has been the most active in the team, not taking anything away from anybody, be it Amol Majumdar or Munish Bali. I think they do a fabulous job. But the way I think Avishkar Salvi looks after the bowlers, even the net bowlers, he's
Yes,
so
I was thinking
precise
the same.
about the net
He also
bowlers.
runs a proper drill to find out okay, these are
Absolutely.
the net pullers that are going to use.
Yes, absolutely, and that is where I think he's so meticulous. So I don't have a single doubt that there is a mentoring issue as far as Kranti is concerned. Maybe 1 or 2 matches rest will get her back on track.
Have you, both of you have been kind of covering almost all games. Have you seen Charani's fielding improve, or what is the issue? I mean, because she does put in drills, right? Separate drills. We have seen her put in a lot of effort. Having said that, there are still issues with her fielding. Have you seen in the last, say, what, 7 8 months where you've been regularly on tour, on road with so many games? Have you seen any kind of improvement to suggest that okay, she's on track?
I think her biggest problem is not taking the catch or the field. The problem is her anticipation on the field is very bad. No, not positioning, the anticipation. Anticipation is when I'm thinking, okay, the ball will come at this angle, or I'm thinking the ball will come straight. That is something that she cannot decide yet. And no, I have not seen significant improvement to call it improvement. Maybe 1% here and there, to be fair. And that is one part that she needs to improve, like at least by 50 60%.
interesting. A young player these days, most young players kind of come with a
And you
basic
can't
this.
even call her unfit. See, that's one thing that you can say, that the player is unfit, so cannot feed.
Okay. Hariharan 293 saying India should bat first and put Mahmood score and Prema should be given a chance to play. I think Prema is playing.
Prema is
whatever.
playing, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's game on 235 saying actually Charani can hit the ball quite well. She needs some polishing and she can truly be an all rounder.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Mr. Kul Dhonu saying not good to see Jamie not performing up to the marks, up to the expectation lately. Manas here get the player of the match today by scoring a century.
Who will score an entry?
Jamie Ma.
Oh, Jemima.
Yeah, 2 matches are her, out of which one match she scored 19. That too, she came in at the 11th or 12th over when the first wicket fell against the Netherlands, was trying to up the ante. Give her a bit of time. There's absolutely no reason for her not to perform. Coming to the century now, if that happens, brilliant.
Yes. Okay, Riddhi 5560 saying we can see next Dipti Sharma in challenge. A little polishing on her batting and she is good to go. That's a big
Compliment,
statement.
huge compliment. I think again this comment, and no offense meant to anyone, but I think this comment shows how much you guys have no idea how important Deepti Sharma is to this team,
Why do you think this is the case? Because of
because
she
she's
doesn't
not a
speak
brand.
well.
Yeah. She does not only not speak well.
Now she speaks well. I mean, maybe not as
Not
polished as some of the others.
See, when these things, for example, I'll tell you what, Charni can become the greatest bowler, but Charni will also not be a brand. Because one sentence answers in press conferences, for
This
example.
is for both men and women.
Yeah.
This is for both men and women. Virat Kohli is not just a brand because of Virat Kohli being the greatest cricketer, but Virat Kohli is also the brand because of the way he talks, he kind of manages himself, the Virat Kohli Anushka Sharma pairing, everything. All of these things make you into who you are. And yeah, I mean, these are important considerations for everybody. You can't ignore this in this day. So Cristiano Ronaldo, for example,
Yes.
is a clear example. David Beckham, even now.
Yeah.
I mean, David Beckham may not have been the best player, but
He
David
is the
Beckham
brand,
as a
still
brand,
now.
of course, David Beckham is one of the greatest brands of all time.
Yes. Okay, Tushadi. Okay.
A fresh pitch will be used for this match. Previous game to be played here was the one between South Africa and Australia, where the Aussies comfortably defended their total of 172.
I think it is
So then the
mentioned
first
regarding the
game.
venue.
Fresh pitch, if it's
Yeah.
oh, acha.
I think
India have won the toss and opted to bat.
So
Okay.
Australia match, the pitch that was used will be used today.
No, I think that's
I think regarding the
no,
venue,
no,
I
no,
think that has
no. It's a fresh pitch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the stat is regarding the venue.
Venue, yes. But that's a good update from Manchester that
The
India
playing
have
11s are
the
in.
India have won the toss and they have opted to bat first. Okay, here are the playing 11 for India. Tushadi.
Okay, so two changes.
Arundhati Reddy.
Yeah, Arundhati in place of Kranti Gaur and Prema Rawat in place of Sri Lanka. That's a
Prema
good
Rawat
change.
making her debut.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
So they
they
still go
got
with
the
two.
cap. Oh, no,
Yeah,
she
I'm
got
just
the
saying-
cap,
I'm
then
just
they'll
saying.
take it away.
They, they,
Happy
they,
now.
still go with two pace bowlers.
Yes.
Oh,
For South Africa.
South Africa has gotten Dane van Niekerk.
Okay,
Oh,
leg spin.
superb.
Leg spin.
Not only leg spin, Dane now
And she
is
can bat.
10 times
Yeah,
better
yeah.
batter.
At number
Again, she
4
can
and
score
number 5.
0. Don't come running if she scores a 0, but very interesting move. Wow. Okay. Shabnim is
Laura
who's
Ulbert?
not playing?
Laura Ulbert has been briefed.
Sunelu is not playing.
Okay, Sunelu has been dropped.
Sunelu is not playing. Tasmin Ritz is in at number 3. Annery Direction at number 4. Who was batting?
Yes.
Reneke is not.
Because Tasman Bish was batting at
I
number
told
3.
you Kyla Reneke is not
Reneke
going to play.
Reneke is not playing. So,
told you Reneke
so
won't be
Malaga, Khata, Ismail,
बाकी तो ठीक है
Javier,
bowlers.
Tran, Rekli. Yeah.
See, in this team, actually, you have got batting till number 8. Sinalo Jafta can also score 9 10 ball 21 25.
Good. I mean, some good hits from.
But in our case also, if you see, even Arundhati can bat,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So you have extended till 8.
Nine.
9. Yeah.
So good team, good decision from the
Yeah,
team
yeah.
management.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I haven't seen anything to suggest why Arundhati can't play at Kranti can.
Yeah.
So you have
Especially
given
because of
yourself
that, again, go back
batting.
to that pace.
Yeah, and you
The
give her the
batting.
batting option.
Yeah.
So it's a very marginal call. So they have gone with a possible batter, which gives you
And
that
more
depth.
experience.
Of course, and again decent fielder. Though she dropped that one,
That's
don't-
fine. That
but that's
happens.
okay.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. I think it's a good enough team. Let's you batting first, which has been your strength so far. So put up a score on the board. Australia put up a score on the board and choke South Africa. Can India do that? India will try to do that. The wicket, we'll see.
Yeah.
It's not a bad call. Big pressure, high pressure game. Batsman
Oh,
has put
Woolward
runs on
has
the
said
board.
they wanted to bat first.
So there you go. That's coming from the South Africans as well. So India has won a toss which both captains wanted to.
And
Good toss to win.
interestingly, Laura Woolward has said that really slow pitch here. So thought of bringing in some batters who are good against the spin. Clearly, Chloe Tryon has read the pitch entirely wrong.
or was deliberate.
Yes,
Could
you
be,
never
could
know.
be, could be.
Yes. Okay, sports
Shall we
fan.
close?
Yes, last comment. Sports fan H2G saying who will open the batting for South Africa? Most likely it will be Laura Wolbert and Catherine Brits.
Most likely.
Or you never know. Surprise Dane.
No, Dane at 4.
Dane.
Dane was batting at 4, no, after
Yes,
she
yes.
came back from retirement. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Dane doesn't bowl at all.
Yeah. There's a high possibility of that because after
She
return she
is
has not bowled
very
that.
good against spinners.
Oh,
She's
yes.
very good against spinners.
And the experience.
That's why I was shocked when she did not play the 2025 World Cup. You did not need her to bowl. But anyway, that's not right.
Anyway, so I think it's done as of
And by
now.
the way, the sun is again melting now.
Yes, absolutely. So it's done as of now. The crowd is still building. So many Indian supporters and South Africa supporters also.
But
Huge.
no more than 10%.
No,
We
not
haven't
more.
seen more than 10%. Maybe tickle. Indian fans will outnumber them anything.
Yeah, any day, any day, any day. So yeah, so hopefully India a good toss to win definitely. But let's see how much run. What is the prediction for you? How much India can score?
Or what is defendable?
Yes,
Wow. Defendable. Defendable over 170.
170.
You reckon the same?
Yeah, 165, 170. So
Gives
let's
your
see.
bowlers a bit of cushion even if there is an early start.
Yes, absolutely. So let's see how the Indian batters put up whether the Indian batters put up a good show or not. Till then, obviously, take care and watch the game. Hopefully, a good game waiting, and definitely we'll come back with the post-match show. Till then, take care and please keep an eye on the episodes for all the